Hey everyone, I wanted to give you an update, especially on Nelle and some of the things that have been going on with her. About 7 months ago, I posted a summary of her story. Nelle plans to tell her own story in time. About 3 months ago and even more recent, her body's been progressing and there's been some updates that we want to talk to you about. After she had some good dental visits, just recently, her tooth just broke off. It broke off at the gum line. It was after there was no blemishes or anything wrong with it, and we don't know why. So it turned into an emergency visit that was out of pocket to have it kind of surgically removed. And it was pretty traumatic for her. They spent about 2 hours pulling. They gave her a lot of numbing medicine, and it only really started wearing off by the time we got to the pharmacy. She had bone grafts with stitches, membrane put over it, and was sent home to have it heal. She was put on 2 antibiotics recently as well. Her body is just struggling. As for these new symptoms, she gets super shaky, kind of like nerves or buzzing under her skin. She has full-blown anxiety attacks. She's really sensitive to light and sound and not managing stress well. Recently during the holidays when we had some family over, she got dizzy, got white, and one of the incidents she even dropped to her knees. So she was on the verge of passing out, and it really alarmed people that were here in our home. There are 9 different bruises that have shown up on her leg from the knee down in a 48-hour period. About 2 days after Christmas, she got sick with some infection and was really congested, really staying in bed and just adding to her regular chronic pain that she goes through. Now let me help you understand. You know what it's like if you have had an infection in your head, like a sinus infection, where it's like your head's in a vice and it's hell. Years ago, one of her doctors explained why the pain was so intense, and this is before we even knew she had CRPS. With the damage that the nerves have undergone and the large scar tissue, there's just no room for infection in her head. The pressure is just too much. The infection in her head makes her feel like the bones are cracking and breaking slowly. Her meds aren't working. It's getting worse. She's coughing. That's making it worse. She just wants to scream out. And a lot of the doctors that we have are amazing, but a lot of them don't understand CRPS. Our dentist did please us and researched CRPS to understand things a little bit better as he's been treating her. So I've been spending some time contacting our doctor, trying to get information as to what options there are with Instacare. We also had a Connect Care with IHC, and they had really talked about how she is sicker than they can and help with, and recommended us go to the ER, and she hates going to the ER. And the 2 things that she hates about that, she hates being questioned. Not asking questions, but feeling like, that you're being interrogated. I'm sure you guys can relate with that. She's just kind of accepted the fact that if you go to the ER and you're dealing with chronic pain, you're just going to be treated badly. But more than anything, she genuinely just can't stand the thought of, taking up a bed that somebody else is in, more need of. So I'm going to continue to do our best to try to seek care. I did want to let you know that we are going to be postponing the interviews for a time so that we can focus on helping stabilize her and get her into a better place. So we're sad about that, but we will be spending some time doing some posts up to YouTube as well as possibly here. But we wanted to just make you aware of that so that you were understanding what's going on, and we'll be sure to reschedule those that impacts. So I ask you for your prayers, you guys. Prayer is real and powerful. Sometimes it's the only thing when you're trying to help somebody and you're wondering what you can do, that you can do for somebody, and she certainly we all welcome your prayers for her right now. A lot of these symptoms that she was having that was progressing with the CRPS was while she was still trying to push through to get the Christmas cards out to several of you. She's like that a lot behind the scenes, and that she's, wanting to not have her own, struggles and things that she goes through impact us, especially her reaching out to you guys. And sometimes she just doesn't know how much more her body can handle. So I know that you guys would agree with me that she doesn't need to ask for forgiveness or apologize, but she does want to say sorry for any delays in getting those cards out. Sorry for not being able to send. There's a couple of, I think, coupon codes that we'd like to get out to a couple of you, and just even with the high pricing that is associated with sending packages, not being able to do that as much as she'd like. She just really feels bad about that, you guys. She has been told that it's time to pursue seeing a specialist, and there's a couple of specialists out east that we're looking into and we're going to be reaching out to. So we're not sure how that's all going to play out, and if we're going to be able to go and get care where they're at, or if they're going to recommend the best here in Utah. Please pray for us that good things can come from us reaching out to these specialists in CRPS on the East Coast. One of the reasons why this was recommended is that complex regional pain syndrome is rare and not widely understood, but with it originating in her face, it's even more rare. So please pray that he'll be able to provide a way for us to be able to get the care that she's so deserving of. Again, our sincere, especially hers, I know her heart is just breaking over this, and she just wants y'all to know how much she apologizes for all of this, and that we're still here cheering you on, and that you're in our thoughts and prayers. We know that you're going through so much. But it's gotten to where it's just way too much on her for us to be able to continue. We'll also make some adjustments in terms of when she is in a better place, and the interviews that we do. I think we'll do less than 4 times a week, so we'll be cutting those down. So if you're impacted by the rescheduling that will need to be happening there, we hope that you will understand as well. We love you guys. I love Nelle. And it is heartbreaking sometimes when you just aren't able to do as much as you would like to just help make things better. And I know that it's hard sometimes to keep the faith, and there are days that are darker than others. But just know that we need to muster all the faith that we can and continue to join each other and supporting each other, and be there for each other. Even if we aren't actively engaged as much as we would even like, just know that we carry you in our hearts sincerely, and we look forward to getting to know more of you that we will be interviewing. We have many that are looking forward to meeting with us, and I would like to share their stories in 2022, and we will absolutely in time get there. Thanks again, you guys. We love you.